In this podcast episode, Evy Poumpouras, a former U.S. Secret Service special agent, shares her insights on lie detection, human behavior, and cognitive influence. She emphasizes the importance of understanding a person's motivational mindset to influence their behavior effectively. She highlights the significance of listening and paying attention to others to uncover their values and beliefs, which can help in building rapport and gaining their trust. Poumpouras discusses the need to set boundaries and maintain authority in professional relationships. She advises addressing disrespectful behavior promptly to prevent it from becoming a recurring issue. By creating a culture of respect and professionalism, individuals can establish clear expectations and foster a positive work environment. She also emphasizes the importance of conflict resolution, suggesting that conflicts can be addressed constructively through open communication and a willingness to listen to different perspectives. The guest shares a personal anecdote about a high-stakes undercover operation involving luring a Russian fraudster to the U.S. By understanding the individual's motivation for financial gain, Poumpouras and her team were able to successfully execute the operation. She highlights the importance of listening and observing to uncover people's motivations and values, which can be instrumental in influencing their decisions. Poumpouras emphasizes the need to balance warmth and professionalism in interactions with others. By showing respect, being non-judgmental, and actively listening, individuals can build trust and establish meaningful connections. She cautions against seeking validation or approval from others, instead focusing on competence and integrity in one's actions. The guest also addressed the challenge of distinguishing between personal boundaries and ego-driven reactions in confrontational situations. She advised taking a moment to assess whether a behavior violates established boundaries or triggers emotional responses. By approaching conflicts with a calm and objective mindset, individuals can address issues effectively and maintain healthy relationships. Poumpouras shares her approach to handling mistakes and conflicts in professional settings, emphasizing the importance of taking ownership and seeking solutions collaboratively. By acknowledging errors and demonstrating a willingness to rectify them, individuals can build credibility and trust with their colleagues. She highlights the value of leading by example and fostering a culture of accountability and open communication in the workplace. Poumpouras shares her experiences working as a Secret Service agent and the valuable lessons she learned from being around great leaders such as Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, and Donald Trump. She admires the resilience displayed by the presidents she worked with, noting how they were able to remain composed and focused even in the face of harsh criticism and high-pressure situations. She emphasizes the importance of making rational, fact-based decisions rather than being driven by emotions. She recalls how the presidents she worked with engaged in debates and discussions, approaching challenges with a rational mindset and a focus on finding solutions. One of the key lessons Poumpouras learned from her time with the presidents was the importance of setting boundaries and cultivating a positive environment. She recalls how President George W. Bush enforced a rule against phones in certain settings to maintain a respectful and focused atmosphere. Poumpouras highlights the impact of small actions, such as enforcing rules about phones, in shaping the overall culture and environment of a team or organization. Poumpouras provides insights into the rigorous selection process and training required to become a Secret Service agent. She explains that only 1% of all applicants are selected for consideration, and candidates undergo extensive background checks, polygraph tests, and written exams. Trustworthiness, integrity, and better qualifications are key qualities that the Secret Service looks for in potential agents. She attributes her success in the selection process to her naivety and determination to succeed. As a polygraph examiner, Poumpouras traveled the world, conducting interrogations and administering lie detector tests. She discusses the importance of intuition and pattern recognition in detecting deception during interrogations. She reflects on her encounters with individuals who were skilled at deception, such as a criminal involved in ATM fraud. She highlights the importance of paying attention to changes in behavior and body language, as well as asking insightful follow-up questions to uncover inconsistencies in a person's story. Poumpouras emphasizes the importance of physical fitness in her line of work, noting that the mind and body are interconnected. She shares that her favorite days are when she goes to the gym, as exercise helps her release stress and maintain her overall well-being. She also mentions the role of accountability in staying committed to a fitness routine, citing her trainer, Don Saladino, who helps her stay on track by monitoring her meals. Poumpouras discusses her approach to parenting, emphasizing the importance of controlling her daughter's exposure to external influences. She reveals that she avoids giving her daughter access to social devices like cell phones and limits her exposure to television. By regulating what her daughter absorbs, she aims to instill values of hard work, resilience, and independence in her child. She also shares her commitment to maintaining her Greek heritage by taking her daughter to Greece every summer. She believes that exposing her daughter to the simplicity and authenticity of village life in Greece will help shape her values and perspective on the world. She reflects on the choices she makes for her daughter's education and upbringing, highlighting her desire to foster a mindset that prioritizes substance over materialism. When discussing mental health, Poumpouras challenges the stigma surrounding feelings of depression and anxiety. She shares that while she has experienced moments of anxiety in high-pressure situations, she does not view these emotions as indicators of mental health disorders. She advocates for normalizing feelings of sadness and anxiety, suggesting that these emotions are a natural part of the human experience. Poumpouras reflects on her ability to navigate challenging situations with resilience and a sense of control. She attributes her mental strength to her training and experiences in the Secret Service, where she learned to manage fear and uncertainty. She emphasizes the importance of fulfillment over happiness, citing moments of accomplishment and purpose as driving forces in her life. Poumpouras talks about her background as a former Secret Service agent and the unique experiences she had while working in law enforcement. She mentions that she often got pulled into undercover operations due to not looking like a typical agent, which allowed her to gather valuable intelligence without being detected. She shares a specific story about going undercover to infiltrate an organized crime ring selling passports and birth certificates to terrorists, highlighting the risks and challenges she faced in such operations. Poumpouras highlights the challenges she faced as a woman in a male-dominated field. She touches on the concept of imposter syndrome, expressing her disdain for the term and emphasizing the importance of earning one's place through hard work and dedication. She shares anecdotes of facing discrimination and prejudice, but asserts that she never let it affect her confidence or sense of belonging in her role. She shares an anecdote about discovering that there were different physical standards for male and female agents in her training program. Despite initially feeling upset about the disparity, she decided to work hard to meet the male standards and prove herself. She reflects on the complexity of discrimination and prejudice, acknowledging their existence, but choosing not to let them consume her energy or define her worth. She also talks about the heightened security measures in place during outdoor events and the importance of protocols and security measures to ensure the safety of high-profile individuals. The conversation shifts towards the idea of personal responsibility and victimhood. Poumpouras discusses how some individuals may choose to embody their trauma and make it a central part of their identity. She explains the harmful effects of not letting go of past traumas and allowing them to define one's present and future. She emphasizes the importance of taking ownership of one's life and choices, even in the face of adversity. The discussion also touches on the psychology behind identity and trauma. Poumpouras explains how some people may find a sense of belonging and purpose in their traumas, leading them to form communities and social circles around shared experiences. She highlights the dangers of trauma becoming a badge of honor or a competition among individuals to showcase who has endured the most hardship. Poumpouras emphasizes the need for individuals to break free from the cycle of victimhood and take control of their narratives. Poumpouras encourages listeners to focus on moving forward and finding empowerment in their choices, rather than dwelling on past traumas or hardships. Poumpouras reflects on how people often hitch themselves to certain narratives, such as being a survivor of a particular event, and how these experiences shape their identity. She emphasizes that while these events may have happened to her, they do not define who she is. She talks about the concept of constantly evolving and becoming more, stating that she is always learning and growing, never reaching a point where she knows everything. The conversation shifts to the topic of body health and self-care, particularly after going through an experience like childbirth. Poumpouras shares her own experience of giving her body time to heal and recover after childbirth, emphasizing the importance of listening to one's body and giving it what it needs. She highlights the significance of self-care and prioritizing one's well-being, especially during challenging times.